didn't see you there. Howdy, folks. What's going on, my oxygen-breathing humans? Thanks for tuning in to Boom! The second at-home workout. We're covering legs today. We're building them tree trunks. Stay tuned, folks. Alright, this is going to be a pretty comprehensive warm-up here, so if you wanted to skip through and pick whatever you want to do, please, by all means. Any warm-up that I do, I don't have too many presets or any preset warm-ups at all. It's mainly how my body's feeling during the day, but it's always going to look something like general to specific. So what that means is I'm doing legs, so I'm pretty much just trying to warm up my entire body, but seeing that a large amount of your muscle mass is made up of your legs, in the quadricep muscles, the hamstrings, the calf muscles, the glutes, some of like the low back musculature is going to be worked in a lower body or a leg session. I like to start very general, but on my leg sessions it does tend to look a little specific. So you just saw me doing some air squats. I do some lunges, some hip circles. I do some ankle rolls. Like I said, if you want to pick and choose, by all means, please do so. You don't have to follow this to a T, but it's fairly comprehensive. I think it's about like a 6 or 7 minute warm up. So yeah, stay tuned. Let me know what you think. I want to cover this one specifically. I really love this for pumping up and warming up the quadriceps muscle. It's just a variation of a leg extension, but it's essentially a leg extension inverted. I don't see too many people doing this, but take a look, give it a try, see if it helps with warming up your quads for your next lower body or leg session. This is probably the most brutal thing that I've been doing in my lower body or leg sessions. It's essentially a wall sit, which is going to be practicing an isometric, and you can do it in whatever position you prefer. I typically like to recommend being at about parallel, especially for anyone that's practicing, let's say, powerlifting depth, just because there's some really strong benefits that can be conferred from that depth. You can go a little lower. If this is ridiculously hard, you can obviously go a little bit higher. I would just say take a mental note, or if you capture on video, then you'll have video evidence of yourself, so you can keep yourself accountable of wherever you are height-wise in the squat. I think I started this with 1 minute. I progressed up to a minute and a half. I oscillate it, but essentially what I'm looking for is getting to isometric failure, where I can't hold this position any longer, and then I'll go into some air squats. The air squats I do is pretty ridiculously long. I think I was doing 100 air squats at this time. I lowered it down to 25 and was really focusing more on form, because as you can notice, some of these get really sloppy. I'm being very intentional here at not locking out the knees, because I'm really trying to squeeze the quadriceps muscles as I'm going up, but if you get the lockout at the top, it's going to work just fine. I would say don't spend too much time at the top position, because now you're allowing your quadriceps some time to recover. Try and go repetition after repetition until you're done with your set. I'm trying to go to acute muscular failure. It's, as you can tell as the set goes on, it's pretty brutal, and I'm in a decent amount of pain. Good pain, like a lactic acid type burn, that muscle burn that's just it's described in working out. So this has definitely been really helpful for pumping up the quads and giving them a nice stimulus. Give it a try. split squat jumps. After doing the wall sits and the 100 air squats for, I think I was doing 3 sets when I first started this program, these were brutal. So if you haven't done split squats before, I would say do that. You can do it foot elevated, or you can just do it in a lunge position. If you have done them, this is definitely the next step up and is pretty freaking brutal. You can tell in the look on my face, my quads were they were burning quite a bit. I would say the one thing to keep in mind is limit your touches, because you can get some foot spurs from this if you haven't been doing any type of plyometric training in a while. So foot spur, just like a little bit of pain on the bottom of my foot. So I nixed these from my program with a step up, but from getting the quads pumped up, these really help. Alright, for this one, folks, we're going to take some dirty rags. This one's not so bad. This one used to be white, believe it or not. I'm not so good at bleaching. I'm going to put these on. Once again, just on these knee tucks. Working on sliding feet towards the butt. Alright, here we go. That one's pretty good for me there, folks. Give that a try. Okay, these are supposed to be Nordic ham curls, and somehow I think I hit the shutter button. Do what you can here. Last but not least, we have single leg calf raises. This has actually been pretty crucial for working on calf training. So as the name suggests, just lift one of the legs and do as many calf raises with the single leg as you can. Switch to the other leg. I think I'm doing about 3 sets of these. I started with 3 sets, worked up to about 4 sets, and now I'm also doing I'm calling it a squatty calf raise, where you're in a squat with your heels off the floor, and you just do a calf raise, pretty much just like from your toes. It's a pretty interesting variation that I've been trying, but I think I prefer the standing single leg here. Let me know what you think. Thanks for tuning in, my oxygen breathing humans. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd appreciate a like. If you like my content, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, hit me up in the comments section if you have any questions. Thanks, and enjoy.